Let's get to the money.
Let's get to the
Money.
Let's get to the
Money. Let's get to the motherfucking money.
Fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, 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 fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. Middle finger in the ass, screaming fuck the bookies. Woke up in the morning, grab my little black book. Yesterday can eat a dick, cause we lost by the hook. Can't win them all, so you never see me get shook. Today's a new day, the bookmaker's getting cooked. When I spot a dirty K of 4 units getting played, always find the value, I would never be afraid. Scary money don't win, but I'm not going all in unless I see a bet I love, then I put my balls on a bookie's chin. Let it all soak in, doubling my bread, winning money with my friends. If you got the itch and you wanna go big, follow Sharpie bets and you gon' really fucking win. This is not financial advice, it's entertainment. But if I find the right price, believe I'm parlaying it. You can see my spreadsheet, I'm winning, not just saying it. Profit in the green every week, I'm never negative. I can bet an ace or a shitty old picture. Hit the right spots cause I'm the K-pop whisperer. Shut up when I speak until you finally get the picture. I'm the best in the world, tell me you getting richer. Fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, 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 fuck the bookies. FTV screaming fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies, fuck the bookies. Middle finger in the air screaming fuck the bookies.
Let's get to the motherfucking monies.
Let's get to the motherfucking monies. Welcome, guys, to the best MLB prop show on God's green earth. I'm your host, Sharpie's Bets, and it's Tuesday, so you know what that means. We have us Ribeyes with Mike to hold you over on your hitting props as well as the pitching props I'm going to cover. Today, guys, we go for 8 straight days in the monies, and that's not even the best run of this month. So enough small talk, guys. Let's get to the damn monies. On this show, guys, we talk the opening lines of pitching props as well as the closing K prop lines 30 minutes prior to the show going live. So do me a favor, if you like what you hear, and smash that like button. If you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button as well. First guy on the board, guys, is old Scooble Snacks. Tarek Scooble versus the Phillies, striking people out 29% of the time this year while walking people just 5%. Morning line was 6.5 at even money on DraftKings. The best line available is now 6.5 at plus 110 on FanDuel. Pitching outs is 18.5 minus 165 juice to the under, whereas earned runs are a 2.5 minus 170 juice to the under as well. Projected lineup, as I don't think that lineups came out, but it should be any freaking minute, is 6 righties and 3 lefties. Still not out. Scooble gets the Phillies, guys, at home, where, man, I sure this was in Philly with Scooble's fastball sinker combo. But we are in Detroit, guys, and over there, and when we look at the last 200 plate appearances versus these Phillies, they're walking above league average. They're not striking out just 19.5% of their at-bats, while having an isolated power out of this planet. So let's just go see who they've seen, as this is the type of shit, guys, I dream about. And these are actually the spots where you get the best number on, guys, as their numbers for 200 plate appearances go back to June 1st, and they haven't seen a team with a lefty that I would bet an over with. Now, in late May, guys, they did see the Giants where Blake Snell got 7 punch-outs in 4 innings, yet he did give up 4 runs. And realistically, guys, this will be the first ace from the left-handed side that these Phillies have seen going back to at least April. As, guys, I went through all of June and May and was like, dang, I think I want in. If Scooble has not seen the Phillies this year, guys, but also think we get a better line on this, guys, and that's why it's been going towards the plus money, is anybody who bets K props knows you're going to get a better line if you got a guy on the bench and the guy doesn't strike out. And that's what we got here, guys. We got Whit Merrifield sitting on the bench who's only struck out 2 of his 22 at-bats versus Scooble. Granted, he's only hitting 250, 5 hits and 4 of them singles, so they can keep him out. But I still would like to see it, guys. And I would also like to see Sosa in as well, guys, as he is day-to-day with an elbow bruise. And he is one of their lefty specialists who has struck out 2 of his 4 at-bats to Scooble. That's all the past history in this projected lineup, guys. Now, we used to have to pay attention to how many lefties a team would run out versus Scooble, as last year his K percentage versus lefties was an abysmal 9.5%. Not, guys. We are at a 33% this year, guys, versus lefties, and it ain't fraudulent. We've talked about it since he started spring training, guys. We've been tracking him. We look at numbers, guys, and we talked about the break that he's added to the slider. It's now a sword now. He's literally getting swords when he was just getting sliders. Now, Skubal is coming off of back-to-back beatdowns, guys, where he gave up 4 runs or more. Yet the only time he had a crap day in the strikeout department was to the Astros, who we know are top in the league in zone contact as well as chase contact. And that's the only games a team like that this year, guys, is the Braves whooped on him, yet he still had 7 strikeouts. And I'll be the first to tell you, strikeouts do not correlate with wins or losses or freaking runs in a game. Now, would I rather be in a game where the dude smooth sails and gets easy strikeouts early? Yes. But you know what? Sometimes you're on freaking Miguel. He throws 38 pitches in the first inning with 0 strikeouts. You have a 5.5, and he gets 6 strikeouts through 3 innings. God is good sometimes, guys, but that's where I get, dude. Like, strikeouts do not correlate with the game. It is 2 different caps. If you think they both go together, then shit, parlay it then. I'm down with that. But guys, when I went through this lineup, I see an issue, and I talk about me wanting 2/3 of a lineup. Now, with Merrifield in this lineup, I then get 4 guys who are elite at chase contact as well as zone contact. And if you've been watching this show, and the reason why I've been this damn hot is because I've been sticking to my guns, man. And if you don't give me 2/3 of a lineup, right now it's 5-4 in favor of Skubal. But that's not 2/3. 6-3 is 2/3, guys. So I get it if you're on the over. They haven't seen him before. They're running out 3 lefties. And there's just 4 guys like Merrifield that match up in that X'd out box where it tells me they're going to be tough. And that's going to be Baum. It's going to be Stott. That's going to be Marchand, the catcher, the guy who does catch Ranger Suarez. Even when freaking JT was there, he would catch him. And then they're probably adding in Merrifield, guys. So right there is enough for me to say, I get it. And if he don't get it, guys, it's because the first damn thing I read you at the front, where I wish he was in Philly. Because this guy is fastball sinker, guys. He is a sinker ball pitcher. He does look for ground balls when he has to. But it's over or nothing, guys, one way or the other. And I'm probably going to stay off unless they want to leave Merrifield out this damn lineup. Appreciate you guys all for tuning in. If you haven't already, smash that like button as we do this out of our own generosity. It does take us ample amount of time to type this out and read up my thoughts and opinions. So I appreciate you. If you're new to this channel, hit that subscribe as well. Now we get La Parada Day, guys. Luis Castillo at the Rays, striking people out just 24.5% on the year, while walking people 6.5%. Morning line was 6.5 at plus 105 on DraftKings, where you can now get plus 110 on FanDuel to that 6.5. His pitching outs are 18.5, minus 225 juice to the under, whereas earned runs are at a 2.5, minus 155 juice to the under as well. The projected lineup is 5 lefties and 4 righties. Castillo gets the Rays, guys, who over the last 15 days versus right-handed pitching are walking league average, striking out 23% of the time with a middle-of-pack ISO. So it says we have action, as Castillo has done the job when facing teams like the Cubs, Braves, Rockies, and A's. And it's been 7 weeks straight since he's had a favorable matchup for his K-prop over. Do you know who else had a freaking 7 week straight before he had a favorable matchup for his K-prop over? And why we got a 6.5 at plus money? Pablo Lopez versus the A's? I mean, sometimes, guys, you don't get to pick who you fucking play. And when you run through who Castillo's played in the last 7 games, they're all either elite zone contact or elite chase contact type of guys. And it is what it is. Life's a bitch and you marry one. But what do we get, guys, when we look at the Cubs, Braves, Rockies, and A's? They're all bottom 10 in zone contact, and 3 of the 4 are bottom 3 in zone contact, as well as 3 of 4 guys being bottom 5 in chase contact, with the only team he didn't hit 7 in the chase contact, zone contact departments was versus the Red Sox when he opened the year versus them. So really no harm, no foul. Now, the overall numbers of the Rays say they're 3% worse than league average in zone contact, while being league average in chase contact. So we go through the past history in this lineup, And Diaz has only struck out one of his 6 at-bats, with Arozarena not striking out in his 9 at-bats. Now, Paredes and Josh Lowe in the projected 3-4 hole have struck out 40% of their at-bats or worse versus Castillo, with each seeing them 8 times. And those are pretty much the only 4 guys who've seen him before, guys. So I don't get how he doesn't get a Arozarena, and I don't get how he gets Paredes. If we're just strictly going to go off the whiff percentages, the chase contact, the zone contact, it says he should be getting a Arozarena, and he should not be getting Paredes, guys. But still, I think I want in. And it all depends on this projected lineup for me, guys. And everything lineups mean everything. Now, there is a few things to be worried about, as I do expect Rosario to be in this lineup, and that's where that's why the money's moving, I believe. And we might get a lower number, guys, with Rosario in. Rosario's only struck out 4 of his 22 at-bats, less than a 20% strikeout rate versus this man. And once again, when we look at Rosario, he has terrible chase contact, but really good zone contact. Or I think it's the other way around. Zone contact's freaking bad, whereas chase contact's good. So either which way, he's a guy that will bring the line down. And he's a guy that might keep me off of it, guys, as that would switch the lineup to 5-4, depending on who he puts him in for, guys. So there are projected 5 lefties. And that's where this is some big major red flags coming in, guys, on Castillo. Castillo's only striking out lefties at just 18.5% of the time this year, compared to 27% last year and through his career. So let's go check his pitch mix and see if something's wrong. And it's his changeup, his out pitch to lefties, as his RPMs are down almost 100 from last season, which brings his whiff percent down 9% on that pitch from where it has been. Then I go look at the vertical movement and horizontal movement, guys, and it's actually the same, if not better, in some spots. So it doesn't really make much sense to me. So I do believe it will start coming back to life, his K percentage versus lefties. Yet I want to make sure, guys, it's got guys in this lineup who don't make contact when they chase. So lineup spending, I will be on the over. But if I don't, guys, it's because we end up with 4 guys who make contact. That means they brought Rosario in and took him out for Walls, Revorts, Siri, Arozarena, and Lowe. Those are all guys who have terrible chase contact, terrible zone contact. And yeah, past history says he doesn't get him, Arozarena. But past history says he gets Paredes. So even if he don't get Paredes and he gets Arozarena like he should, he's still getting the 1 plus strikeout that I'm counting for that team. So I'm not going to fall into his struggling versus lefties, but it's out there. It's definitely something you should pay attention to. You give me these lefties, I'm getting the fuck in there, bro, because he could strike out both Lows. He could strike out Revortal, and he could strike out Walls. Now, Palacios can be a tough son of a bitch, but that's all right. Tough son of a bitches still go down sometimes, guys. So I will be looking to bet Castillo over. I just need to wait for the lineups. And just like Scooble, man, I'm looking for 2/3 of a lineup. There's a reason why I've been this hot. It's because I'm sticking to my guns. I don't run fucking just a bet to bet. And I've already got a bet in. I got 2 bets in on a guy coming up later. But until we get to that, we got to get to the part of the show, guys, where we get to talk us a little bit of hitting props. You like hitting props? I like hitting props, guys. And it just ain't any man, guys, because it just wouldn't be right. It wouldn't be fit for the best MLB prop show on God's green earth. It's the last Megalodon living. I found them off the coast of South Africa. Pimp Slap, play of the day himself.
Megalodon, the size of really 2 school buses. Are they extinct? Are they extinct?
That's the big question.
What's the new evidence now? A satellite photo near Sao Paulo. When you compare them next to the first photo, I'd say that's a 70-foot shark.
Yeah, big 70-footer, bro. How was the game last night? You were on Florida, weren't you?
No, I was on the other side of that victory there. We took the L, but that's all right because we had a glorious baseball day. You know, a little heavier bet than I'd like to have on a losing side of things there. And then, of course, because they go down and now I'm getting a plus 200, I'm like, yeah, I'll take it again. I didn't click it that many times, though. I only hit it twice, and it was okay because it was a glorious baseball day. So all is well.
Baseball, bro. My dumbass degened and bet. At least I pushed on most of the hockey bets. You know, I'd like take under 2 first period at some absurd price, and they get 2 goals, and I'm sweating out the last 6 minutes. You know, it's like, what am I fucking doing? I don't even like hockey. Why am I going to do this shit? So, yeah, God at least let me keep my money that I tried to bet and give away, and let me just blow it on crochet last night. So it is what it is. Still ended up on top, and that's all we can ask for in this daily grind, is to be above water on the daily basis.
I'll tell you, I had 5 winners in baseball. I had 1 loser, and it's because I got out of my lane. Look, my lane is pretty simply put. We'll hit some props, we'll hit some sides, we'll hit some totals, but I am not the K prop guy, nor am I the pitching outs guy as well. I took the under in Lance Lynn yesterday, and he got the over.
His K's went under, his outs went over.
Fucker. Man, I can't. My Lance Lynn history sucks. I just suck with Lance Lynn at all. I should just stay the fuck away from that guy.
There's a lot of guys I have to do that with, Mike. If I had to do it with Burns the last time out, I thought I figured him out, and I told my guys that pay me, I'm like, bro, this may be the last time. You may not want to bet him, but I can't. Obviously, I can't figure him out. And I mean, I've gone every angle and tried every which way, and I'm like trying to look. Nah, bro, I just can't figure out Corbin Burns this year. He's my Shane Bieber last year, bro. It's just sometimes it is. Carlos Rodon's on that this year. Fuck Carlos Rodon. I cheer for him to get his ass beat now, because every time I bet him on the over, he don't come close.
My successful opportunity, though, which was a lot of fun, was a ribeye, and I went to Profar. And what does Profar do?
Win the game
at the very end. It was unbelievable. It was a ton of fun. It was a great victory there, and it was a plus 165, I think it was, something like that. So it was a good chunk of change. I had the home run prop too, but you guys know the deal. It's a sprinkle on the home run. It's a big whack on the RBI, and we got paid, man. It was a lot of fun to see that was the game-winning drive too. So it was.
Yeah, I grew up, born and raised in San Diego, so all my family, bro, I wake up to Facebook and see anything that the Padres do. I mean, I don't care if it's good or bad. They were threatening freaking Paddock to see him outside of the stadium one day, like, bro, we just want to see you and fuck you up, bro. And I say, you always get the highlights where I just wake up to Padre highlights. But, yeah, enough bullshit. Let's talk some monies, bro. Let's get into some ribeyes, some steakies.
Let's get that red meat. It's time to eat, baby. Let's go get this cash and talk about some hitting props today, Sharpie. Let me start off with a game that I got a doubleheader action on here. I'm excited to see this opportunity today. I think we get paid out of here, man. I'm looking at this Pittsburgh-Cincinnati Reds game, and I'll preface it by saying, at first pass, I jumped in. Then I jumped back out, and I said, wait a minute, do I really want to have cash involved in this Pittsburgh bats in this lineup? Then I jumped back in and said, hell yeah, I do. So it was kind of the, I don't want to say it was a waffle. It was just making sure out of an abundance of caution that I was taking the right steps forward here. You know, we got Keller and Green. You know, we certainly got an opportunity out there at a ballpark that is known for getting crushed. It's the hitter-friendly ballpark out there. Great American. I feel like I've been talking about this ever since that Birmingham game there where we talked about the pitching and hitting dimensions of the park equating to Kansas City and Cincinnati. And absolutely, let's go here. Let's jump off the first guy on the lunch menu here today, if you will, the ribeye menu today. I'm going to Rowdy Tellez. I like this guy at a plus 190 opportunity. This is a guy that's going out there and a lefty. You guys know I love to catch those mismatched matchups out there. And this guy's been attacking. He's been seeing the ball well. He's out there. He's graded highly across my hitting dashboards. And I love the position he's in out there. The weather elements in this game to me said, I want to get involved in this thing. I get it. You know, first glance, you see these pitchers with, you know, average 3 ERAs out there. But Rowdy sitting behind O'Neal Cruz. There's Brian Reynolds. That guy's been unbelievable as well. I could easily see somebody wanting to get down there. But risk return for me. It's an opportunity for Brian Reynolds. 8 at-bats, 1 hit, only a 125? No. We're going to Rowdy out there. Hunter Green, he's got 13 at-bats, 4 hits, and a ribeye. He's hitting 308. Plenty of guys, even Yasmani Grandal behind there in the bottom of the order, are opportunities to get the job done as well. So I think we can get one in there on the Pittsburgh side.
What was the plus money on that?
190 for us out there with that.
190. And we will not be talking Green or Keller today, guys, because it's pretty simple. If you watch my show, you know my rules on back-to-backs. We cashed Green, guys, last week. If he goes high, I gotta look low. If he looks low, then I can look high. I'm not looking to run it back, guys. The shittiest of shittiest baseball teams adapt. And you give them 5 days, they're gonna come with the new game plan, guys. Whether it's just swing first pitch and put it in play, or not. I'm not saying they get to green, but I'm just saying they're not gonna come trying to strike out. They're going to look to not to strike out today, guys. They know what he's gonna throw them. They know the situation. It's just back-to-backs are fire, guys. So I got in and I'm out because he did his damn thing. So I definitely like the Talese on a back-to-back.
I think it's a good opportunity. And let's put the other jersey on for a minute. Why not talk about some Cincinnati Reds here? Their bats have been variably hot is probably the best way to describe it out there, but they got the lineup back in order right now. Johnny India's back. Ellie De La Cruz is out there. Candelario's making things happen, and Spencer Steer. But don't sleep on Jake Fraley. Again, the lefty-righty matchup. I love that advantage out there. I think it favors the hitter, contrary to maybe what everybody else thinks out there. But 11 at-bats, 3 hits, a 273. And I just mentioned probably 4 of the best hitters across Major League Baseball statistically over the last 2.5 seasons or so in Steer, Candelario, De La Cruz, and India. But here's Jake Fraley. And he's sitting at a plus 210. This guy ranked higher across the ability to hit a home run than any of the aforementioned 4 guys that I talked about. And all we're looking for is the ribeye. At 2-1 our money here with this guy, Mitch Keller, Mitch the Bitch. I've used all kinds of names for this guy. And I think Jake Fraley can go out there and get the job done. He's got the experience. He's got the guys in front of him to get the job done in a game, again, with the elements suggesting we see runs. Let me get some Jake Fraley action at plus 210.
Ooh, 210. That's real plus money, bro. Híjole, chingalo, güey.
That one's a little out there. I think it's a stupid number. Both these guys. You know, when you think about it, you know, if we get 1, we're still going to be up a unit. If we get 2, well, shit. We're going to be up like 4 units just on that opportunity. Tacking the game that I think we're going to see some runs in here. We got some ground to make up. And I'll tell you what, this next spot, though, I got to make this ground up right here. Jarren Duran, are you kidding me? 165. He's got a hitting streak going to 14 games. It's been almost automatic with this guy. And listen, I didn't hear the K-prop breakdown on Kevin Gausman.
He coming up. I
am not a Gausman guy. I'm not. Just not. I don't give a shit. Maybe he goes out there and he finds his win, and he started the season off well, but I know who Kevin Gausman is. I've watched him several times over the last couple of years in person and on TV, and this is just a guy that you don't want to be backing on a consistent basis. Now, maybe today's the opportunity, but this Boston team has heating up. They are hot right now. They have gotten it rolling. 3 series, now 4 series deep where those bats have come to life. And, you know, we look across the board and what's going on out there. Listen, there's a lot of meat on that plate right now. You got Yoshida sitting down there in 6. Reese McGuire, certainly a 500 guy against Gausman. But we got a guy that's got 14 straight games with a hitting streak. He's in the 1-0, his 13 at-bats, 6 hits, 1 home run, 1 ribeye for a 462 against the guy he's seen plenty, he's comfortable with, and this is an opportunity to strike. That's plus 165. 14 straight games. Yep.
I saw something. Oh, sorry, I'm over here ripping this pin. Saw something over there with him talking because I follow this chick who's a Red Sox fan. And she was like, Jared Duran put a statement out. We're just playing for each other right now, man. We're winning for each other. We're not thinking about trying to come back or this or that, dude. We're having fun. I don't think you want to run into a bunch of grown men having fun at the sport they're paid millions of dollars to play, guys. Like, there's no expectations on this team. The fans aren't even really showing up right now because they put all their money into the hockey team, they believe, because the owner now owns both, and they were trying to show them the old FU, like, okay, you want to trade and get rid of all our guys? We won't come and pay tickets. But the books are telling us to sign over Gausman, bro. And the fact that he's a 2.5 earned runs juiced to minus 170 to the over means that fucker's giving up 3 runs today, bro. Like you could just book that almost 80% of the time when a book puts minus 160, 70 juice on a 2.5. I'm just telling you from a guy who looks at props all the time. And like I said earlier, I try not to run a K prop when a guy's going to get his butt handed to him, guys. Can you hit your strikeouts while getting freaking And yeah, you can. But I don't want to be there.
No, sir-ree. No, I'm not in the Kevin Gausman business. I am on the sell Kevin Gausman. As a matter of fact, I'll throw
It's a back-to-back for him as well. After he just got smacked, he's a 2-pitch pitcher when he faces lefties. He's a 3-pitch pitcher when he faces righties. They're sending 8 fucking lefties versus him, bro. Like, what can you do anything different than you did last week to them? I don't know. I don't know. They said location at the time was really bad. So what if you locate? I've watched him, like you said. I've been a Gausman backer for a long time. This guy's been money for me since he learned the split and he learned to change his side of the rubber when he went to San Francisco. They didn't do much but move this guy over from where he was pitching, guys. So the end of the day, his split just isn't there. I've watched it. It doesn't barrel out to the ground no more. They're still able to catch up to it right now. I think the best split in baseball is Bryce Miller. I mean, from a starting pitcher, when I watch that guy and you throw 98 and you've got to load up for 98 and that 98 just drops off the center of the table, bro, like, and you can't hit that. What are you going to do? Play cricket? This ain't cricket, baby. This is baseball. Yeah, baby. Yeah. So, yeah, Gausman's been he on that Rodon list pretty much for me right now, bro. It's either fade him or not. The book's telling you he's given up 3 runs. He got smacked last week by him. Can he hit his K-prop? We'll talk about that later. But if he does it, we'll be, giving up some runs.
The old 2-pitch pitch. We're going to take our opportunity to get this thing done. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Duran's leading off too, ain't he?
He is, yeah. He's in the 1 spot out there. So I wouldn't be surprised to see it right off the gate. He's also got runs. I think it's 10. I didn't look at the total. I think it's 10 of the last 12 games. He's actually gotten a run in there as well. So the hits, runs, RBI props are alive for this guy as well. There's a lot of opportunity, I think, to get some game action there.
Breaking news. Well, my favorite fade is back. Dallas Keuchel traded to the Brewers.
Oh, shit.
God. They're taking.
Oh, man. There's the answer. That's the answer to replenish the bankroll through the dog days of summer. Let's go.
All right, man. Well, you got any more else for us?
I do. I got one more for us, you guys. I'm rolling deep here. We're going down to Houston and Colorado. By the way, before I move off of this Boston game, I like Gausman so little that I jumped all over the Red Sox. First 5, full game. I went Red Sox team total over and Boston. That was a plus 140 spot out there. I think Boston's able to get this job done. I think the game goes over. I think it's Gausman that goes out there. First 5 overs, team total for Rod. I'm going to smash. I'm going to pull the old nasty Nate. There he is. It says the Red Sox smash. Absolutely. I think they do. Next game on the docket, I'm rolling to Minute Maid Park, Sharpie.
And you're going to tell me an Astro, right?
The big favorite out there in them Astros at minus 256.
We see eye to eye, my friend.
I got to go to Ryan McMahon.
No! Okay, go ahead.
Priced at plus 255. He's got 3 at-bats, 2 hits, a home run, and a ribeye. Hunter Brown started off the season slow, to say the least. But he is a 667 out there against this guy. I don't care how he gets across there. I do like Houston to get the win.
That was in cores. Those were all in cores.
Yeah.
Okay, a guy who's never pitched in thin air. I'm just saying, McMahon's striking out 1.5 times today. So am I going to be in the next part?
Hopefully he's then on the 2.5 sides that he gets a guy out there and strike. I don't know if he gets Tovar across the base or it's going to be somebody that comes in the second or third time through the order, but I got to take a shot, man. The lefty-righty matchup. Love the match. I love isolating and trying to nail those things down. And then I'm looking at this number again. I'm going 250. The question is Colorado going to get shut out?
Yes, they are.
Well, then look no further from there. But I don't think so. I think they get at least a run or 2. Houston's, defense, if you will, isn't exactly where I'd like it to be. On the other side of things, though, I do like a little Bregman action in the 2 spot out there. Lefty-righty matchup. Again, this time, though, the lefty being the pitcher in Austin Gomber. He's a piece of shit. We know that. We know exactly what he's going to do for us. But the prices, I'm going to pay even money for Bregman. No, I'd rather take the 2.5 shot on my buck out there. Expect at least 1 run, and it's probably the best guy on that.
I hope you get it, bro, because runs don't correlate with strikeouts, But when I get into my bet, I am heavily on Brown, as well as alting him down with the Astros to win. And we'll get that. But, I mean, I've got over a unit and a half on Brown today. I've got him for 11 strikeouts on a bad day. He murdered this team with 7 in Colorado in his only start. And his pitch mix don't play in Colorado. Oh, this dude's in for it. No Blackman in this lineup. Everybody strikes out at least once, if not twice. That's how bad this lineup is. It's freaking horrendous. And then we got a ground ball pitcher in Hunter Brown at a ground ball park in Houston. This guy's going 7+ today, guys. 13. No, I'm gonna say 11. 13 may be too much. 11 at worst.
I think it'll be interesting to see how this game unfolds. Again, I think the first 5 goes over for the Houston Astros. I think this is a Houston Astros team total spot. You can tell that based on the pricing in the market with these individual players. They're definitely going to put runs up out there. I don't see Colorado going out and winning this game by any stretch. But I think they can scratch one across the base and get the job done for us there. And look, I got one last spot. This is one I just kind of decided as of late. I had a little Steam report come across the base for me. Excuse me, literally about 5 minutes before I jumped in this show. And, from a player prop perspective, when I start getting these Steam identifiers, I got to jump in on them. They've dropped him down to plus 125. It's Bobby Witt in Kansas City. 4 at-bats, 2 hits, 1 home run, 3 ribeyes for 500 against Chirinos. And this should be an opportunity for Chirinos to get touched up as well. Bobby Witt's been inconsistent as well, but definitely the straw that stirs the drink out there. Again, the Steam report. You guys don't usually hear me talk about plus 125s, but this thing has been getting pounded right now by big, sharp bettors out there that are taking these maxed limits. You get smaller limits on these type of prop bets, these RBI prop bets. And when they steam it enough that the line starts dropping because of a bunch of max bettors coming in, that's sharp action there. Bobby Witt Jr. plus 125 will close the shop up for us, Sharpie. Let's go.
I hope you get a solo home run in the first, bro, so I'm not sweating. I hope McMahon gets a solo shot. I don't want no 2-run shot, damn it. But we'll get to that when I get to that. Right now, that's the guy I'm only on, but, hey, the guy got to do his job. If he don't do his, then I ain't getting paid with that type of number they put on him today. But talk about Steam. What did they open this at? 220, 230?
No, I think it was right in that 145 sweet spot, but it's gotten
close. No, I'm talking about the money line to this game.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was like 230 last night, bro. It's 280. It's took it 50 cents of Steam because it's Astros versus a lefty and Hunter fucking Brown, their best pitcher going. Like, we faded Hunter Brown on this show the first 6 games, and then he got me. He fucking got me right in the kisser versus Seattle, and I stopped fading him. And it's time to back him. Appreciate you as always, Mike. He comes in every freaking Tuesday, guys. Gives you his RBI bets, not plays, what he's got his money on, guys. And I dropped in the chat his link, guys. Go over there and support the guy. Even if you ain't going to watch his shows, hit the fucking subscribe for the boy. Get him to that 500 to where he can make a little extra money from some YouTube ads, I finally got there, guys. I appreciate you all. I'm at the 500 plus. I'm still 1,000 short of hours, though, because I do no live streams. I don't fucking care. I'm not worried about it. I've got my 20-plus people who pay me that keep this show going, because if I wasn't getting 20 people paying me monthly, I sure as fuck wouldn't be just sitting here giving out, here's all my bets. I have nothing better to do with my life, because I actually do. I have something very great to do with my life. Masturbate. It's like my favorite thing to do.
Slay those BBWs.
But yeah, appreciate you as always, Mike. Let them know where they can find you. I did drop the link to where they can just click it and go to it.
I appreciate you, Sharpie. You're the man. I love hanging out, getting together, coming on these live streams with us, talking up, yakking it up, smoking, drinking, doing the thing. And you can follow me over at Pimp Slap POD on X and Sports Money. We got all kinds of things. Created a nice little Cappers Corner. Guys are welcome to share plays of the day, and we got some of the best out there doing it right now, so make sure you check it out. See what's happening out there. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We had a monster live stream last night. We got more in the works. We live stream for the UFC fights every Saturday. There won't be a UFC fight over the 4th of July weekend. They take off the nationally recognized holidays. But there is one this Saturday. We're going to go out there, kick ass, and take names, Sharpie. So much respect, my brother. Appreciate you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Hey, bro, you're UFC. I believe it's your brother, right?
Yeah, my brother and I
Oh,
fucking
you
rock
guys
and
were.
roll.
I mean, I jumped on stream for a little bit with you on Saturday. Fuckers are giving out 50 to 1s on stream. I mean, he gave it out in the week earlier, I guess. Like 50 to 1?
Yeah.
Even if you got like $5 on that, bro, that's $250.
Dude, I think we've got 2 weeks in a row where it's been a damn near sweep on the main card. We've eaten up on the preliminary cards as well, and I think we go 3 of 4. I can only recall literally one Saturday where I ended up losing money, and in the last maybe 3 months on it. So it's been a phenomenal. And then, we get the opportunity to talk baseball. We talk some hockey bets. We talk some foot. We talk whatever the hell we want to talk. But we find those opportunities for those other sports out there. Sharpie dropped on. He came out there and rolled with us with the K props out there with the Saturday action, and we cashed. And that's exactly what it's all about. It's just
good Saturday. Your show's been good to my betting. Other people's shows have been great. Jimmy's show, bro. I mean, fuck. I'll take 3 losses out of like 7, 8, dude. But I rarely have a bet in before the lineups.
Yeah.
I had Hunter Brown in today. We're gonna get the Hunter Brown. I mean, for the ones who are wondering, like, did he already fucking talk him? He's so No, I'm just that pumped. I bet Hunter Brown this morning, guys, before the lineups were out because I looked through and I was like, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Bring this dude? Bring this dude? And they brought 2 more bums, but they're still bums. Bums. Right. The only guy on this team who wouldn't strike out is on the IL and Charlie Blackmon. All right. Appreciate you, my guy. I'm getting pumped.
Get that cash. Shout out to everybody showing Sharpie the love and respect. Hopefully we'll see you guys over there at Sports Money as well. Get that cash.
Drug enforcement agents made another raid today in the ever-escalating crackdown on international trafficking.
The threat is particularly grave to our youth. Nancy has taken on the war against drugs as a personal mission, and she's made me very proud.
Not long ago in Oakland, California, I was asked by a group of children what to do if they were offered drugs. And I answered, just say no.
To me, how do you justify that to a mother who's maybe got 6 kids and $365 a month from welfare, and one of her kids is bringing 15 grand a week? Oh, just say no. Fuck you.
I mean, if you can't laugh at that, man, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you need to go take your panties out your bunch. Kevin Gausman at the Red Sox, striking people out this year just 23% of the time while walking people 5.5% on the year. Morning line was 5.5 at even money on MGM, and MGM still has the best line to that 5.5. It's now at -110. Pitching outs are at 17.5, -140 juice to the over, whereas earned runs open 2.5, -145 juice to the over, now at a -165. Projected lineup is 8 righties, 1 lefty, even though the lineups are out. Duran, Valdez, Abreu, Devers, O'Neill, Yoshida, Smith, Acquire. I think they ran 8 lefties, 1 righty. They just put Rafala in for O'Neill. Both suck cock anyways. Yeah, still a nasty-ass lineup. All right, fellas. Gausman gets the Red Sox, who over the last 15 days versus right-handed pitching are looking like a whole different team with Yoshida back, as they're walking above league average, striking out just 20% of their at-bats with a bottom 10 isolated power. I'd say let's go see who they've seen, but this is a back-to-back, guys, with Gausman, as 5 days ago he went 5.2 innings, gave up 4 runs, and struck out just 4. And we know my rules when betting a over on a K prop. Back-to-back. If they go low the first time, we can go high or look high, and then vice versa. Yet the books did what they've been doing with some back-to-backs, and that's playing their hoe games. As he was a 6.5 last week, guys, and I know one thing. I've been doing this K-prop shit for a long time. They don't fuck around with back-to-backs, period. And if they do, we got to pay attention. As the only guy that has hit a over this year on a back-to-back after dropping him of the guys that I track is Garrett Crochet versus Minnesota. And he decided to throw more changeups in that game than he's thrown in every game combined to date. So the books didn't account for that. What the fuck is Gausman going to do different, guys? As he is a fastball splitter to lefties, and we have 8 lefties projected. We have the past history, guys, with 7 of the 9 projected seeing Gausman, at least 5 at-bats, upwards to 29, and he only has a career K percentage of just 22%. And it's even worse than that, guys, as Durant and O'Neal, who are in the top 3 projected, have struck out to this man 45% or more of the time. And like I just said, O'Neal's out the lineup. Because my breakdown is give me one of those guys out the lineup, and this just may be an easy under. And we just got one out the lineup, guys. We got Rafala down in the 9-hole put it. Can Rafala strike out 2 times? Yes. Does he see him 3 times? I don't think so. So that's the question here, guys, is do you want to go over or do you want to go under? And me personally, I can't look to go over if they fuck with a back-to-back. They opened up Hunter Green at a 6.5, guys. That's where he was after slaying Pittsburgh the first time. Because of all the money that's come in, they have now moved it to a 7.5. They dropped this from the get-go, guys. They did it the other day with freaking Berrios, 4.5 versus Cleveland, 3.5 versus Cleveland. He didn't fucking hit either on both. All right. They did it with another few of my guys. You don't look to go over if they fuck with the back-to-back, guys. And that's exactly what they did with Gausman. And I don't see what he can do different. He's a fastball splitter guy. Now, he did say, when I read the reports, that it was his location. His location was really bad. His command, his location. Okay, bro, but this is a pitch I used to pick on the Red Sox with, and that's why I haven't just straight jumped to the under. As I used to use the splitter versus the Red Sox. So now this version of Gausman, I just don't think his splitter is that good. I've seen it. I've watched it. It doesn't fall off the table like it used to. So it's hard for me just to straight get there on the under because this guy has had some of his best games versus this team. You go back 2 years ago, he had 8 and 9 on a back-to-back, and then 10 6 weeks later. If Kevin Gausman is the Kevin Gausman of old, he easily gets 6. I just don't think he is. I don't. When I look at his metrics, they are down some, but they've came up a lot from where they started. So they're going to show they're down, but just the eye test alone tells me his split ain't what it used to be, guys. Like I was saying, I think Miller of Seattle has the best split in baseball. As damn, that shit just flies off the table. Let's get into a guy like I talked about earlier. We on him today, fellas. Hunter Brown versus the Rockies. Let's go pull it up since the lineup is out and see if the line has changed. Oh, what the fuck? I don't want Brown Bears. What the fuck are to win the national championship plus 1,500? Go fuck yourself. All right. Hunter Brown, best line right now is 7.5 plus 105 on MGM. Whereas pitching outs are 17.5 minus 160 juice to the over. Earned runs 1.5 minus 125 juice to the over. Whereas projected 5 righties, 4 lefties. We did get the lineup. Let's go check how many they switched to. Not sure if they were righty lefty. I did see what they sucked at. How come they're not updating this? Oh, because I'm on the wrong fucking day. You're on tomorrow. I was already looking at tomorrow because I was done with today. All right. Where's this freaking lineup at? Rockies. Righty, 1 lefty, 2 lefty, 3, 4, 5 lefties, 4 righties. Cool, sweet. It was 5 righties, 4 lefties. Now it actually favors Brown even more. 5 lefties, 4 righties. Even better! Hunter Brown this year, guys, gets the Rockies, who over the last 15 days versus right-handed pitching, says they're good. As they're not walking, yet only striking out 22% of the time with a top 5 isolated power. We know this shit don't sound right nor seem right, guys. So let's just go see who they've seen in these numbers. As all but one series have been in Colorado. So there's that low K percentage in a team hitting the ball. Now, they did see the Twins, guys, in a rainy afternoon where Pablo only had 5 and 5 innings of work, yet he only gave up 2 earned runs. Now, Pablo wasn't a good matchup then and didn't perform to the task, but he did get the win because the same guy pitching for the Rockies is pitching today, and he gave up them cheeks. So the over is there, guys, if we want, and the books know that, guys, is they put Brown at a 7.5 after not being higher than a 5.5 for his last 10 games. As the books do this, guys, to give them a chance to win, as well as they know, no one is going to go look to bet the under in this spot. is Brown has only seen the Rockies one time in his career, guys. Last year in this thin air of Colorado, he went 5.1 innings and had 7 strikeouts. Now, I know it's a different lineup, but the fact that he can get 7 in cores means that there is a giant day on the horizon in sea level. And we're in Houston today, where we know what we can look to take advantage of if we have the right guy. And we got that dude. As Hunter Brown is 6% better than league average when it comes to ground ball percentage, guys. So we're backing this man today is what I'm getting at. It's just how. Do we take his outs or his strikeouts? As he has only had 8 or more strikeouts in 2 games this year. And one of them games, guys, was versus Seattle, who, like the Rockies, are bottom 3 in chase contact and zone contact, as well as they carry the whiff percentage to the pitch mix that he throws. So I get what the books have to do, guys. But with no Blackman on this team, as he is on the IL, the team that sucks ass actually gets worse, as he's the one tough guy when it comes to strikeouts. I'm looking at them outs like, damn, I need a piece of that in my life, guys. As we know, guys, we faded Brown, guys, the first 6 games. He was fade material. But he ain't been that dude. And he's gotten it turned around. You look at his analytics, you look at his break, everything says it's there. And it's been there, guys. And he's at home versus a team that don't belong standing in front of Hunter Brown, guys. Now, I normally don't get in before lineups get out. And I was just going to be like, dang, they jumped them up. They probably went a little too high, dude. This is just not for me. And then I said, whoa. I did the lineup, man. And in the projected lineup, I have him for 11 on a bad night. 11. And you're telling me I got to get 8? I'm talking I got 11 to 16 in this fucking lineup, man. And then they switched the lineup. And that's fine. That 11 dropped to a 10.5 as the 2 guys that strike out got put in for 2 other guys that strike out. It's just the ones at the top of the lineup, you can book them damn near for 1.5s, 1.5s, 1.5s. And they took out Montero, who was at the leadoff spot, who was booked in for me for a 1.5 strikeouts today. So ain't nobody in this lineup at even a half a strikeout. One guy's at a 0.75, and he's a lefty, which you can really bump it up to a 1 then, guys. I was just being harsh. This man goes 6 today. He has 11 plus strikeouts. 8's a stupid high number. I get it. I'm on the 8 plus at plus 110. I am on the 7, and that was for a full. I got the 8 plus for a full unit. Then I'm on the 7 and win at minus 110, guys, for a half a unit. It's the Astros versus a lefty, Astros versus a bum lefty, and Hunter Brown at home in a beautiful matchup, guys, as he ain't had this type of matchup since he's seen Seattle when he put up a chunker magunker. So, and that was the day that I learned I couldn't fade him no more. He started to get right. That was the day he started to get right. This dude's been right, guys, for 7 straight games now. Gone 18 outs or more in 6 games. We get a 17.5 juice to the gills on his outs because of how terrible he was at the beginning of the year. If you're looking for a parlay piece from the gods, Jesus just brought it right to you, guys. We've got a ground ball pitcher in the best form of his freaking career right now versus a junk lineup. Nah. In Houston, nah. It's Hunter fucking Brown day, guys. I'm on the over 7.5 for a full unit at plus money, and then I'm on the 7 strikeouts and win at minus 110. Do me a favor, guys. If you like what you're hearing, smash that like button. If you're new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button as well. Last guy we're going to talk about today is Mackenzie Gore at the Padres, striking people out 28% of the time while walking people just 7% on the year. Morning line was 5.5 minus 113 on FanDuel. You can now get 5.5 at minus 125 as the best line, and that's at FanDuel still as well. Earned runs are 2.5 minus 150 juice to the under, whereas projected lineup is 6 righties and 3 lefties. Gore gets to go home today, guys, to face the team that drafted him and was the main piece in the Juan Soto trade a few years back. And the Padres ain't no easy matchup for any K-prop, as over the last 200 plate appearances versus lefties, they're walking a little bit below league average, only striking out 20% of their at-bats with a middle-of-the-pack isolated power. So let's go see who they've seen. Ranger Suarez, 6 innings, gave up 1 earned run, had 4 punch-outs. We cast Sanchez's outs versus them as he went 7 innings, gave up 1 earned run, had 5 strikeouts. Then a series versus the Brewers, Mets, and A's, who don't have a lefty I would bet on. So all in all, guys, we know they're tough to strike out, yet they still ain't hitting lefties, let alone my lefties. As if it ain't a K-prop, guys, it's been a team total under, and that's just the main way I've been getting in versus these Padres is, yes, I'll take Sanchez's outs, but a lot of the times, guys, I'm just taking the Padres team total under over here, left and right, 3.5, and they're not hitting lefties, guys. So the question is do I want his K-prop? And when we look at the splits, guys, they're going to run 3 lefties. They've pretty much been running 3 lefties all year. At worst, they run 2. And I don't know if that's the right thing to do. As this man does strike out lefties 24.5% of the time compared to 29 versus righties. So yeah, you want righties. But it's also the Padres aren't really walking. And that's the way you get to Gore. And there's another thing I've talked about with these Padres, guys. We've talked about it. What is the pitch that gets this team? It's the curveball. It's the knuckle curve. Now, if Gore goes out there and goes heavy curveball, which is his second most used pitch, he can get 6. Especially with guys like Cronenworth in the lineup who struck out 2 of his 5 at-bats. Even guys like Profar and Kim who don't strike out elite contact and chase contact guys. He's got them 2 of their 6 at-bats or 3 of their 2 at-bats. So not a lot of past history, but it says it's there. He's got the pitch I look to use for versus the Padres. Yet I never have the balls to play it this year. And since they've got Arias, man, that's just, I don't know if I ran a K-prop versus the Padres. You know, it's just like, gosh, he's one tough some bitch. You know you're not striking him out, and you're starting down. So I don't know if this is just an easy under or an easy over, guys, as I'm looking at chase contact for the key with Gore, guys. And if chase contact is the key, this can be a really bad problem today, as this team is loaded with elite guys at zone contact or chase contact, which one you want to look at. And when you look at his bad games this year, guys, where he didn't have 6 strikeouts, those were versus teams that were elite in the chase contact department, guys. And that's exactly what we're looking at here. Now, this is exactly what we were looking at with Nola. Granted, different side of the plate, but I talked about it then. It's that pitch, that curveball. Ranger Suarez went heavy curveball the first time he's seen them. Had it the first time. He only got 4 the other day. But it's that pitch. That's the pitch to get this team. You can get Machado. You can get Tatis. You can get Cronenworth. And now you're sitting back and looking at lefties and some other. 6 is doable tonight, guys. So I may stay off the K-prop. I'm going to wait for the lineup. If I do bet it, guys, it's going to be the team total under, guys. I'm just going to keep riding my lefties to shut down this sorry-ass Padre team versus lefties, guys. Like, yeah, even the games they don't strike out, they just haven't been hitting my guys. And Gore's my dude. Gore's been solid for me all fucking year, man. I've been riding him when no one thinks to ride him. Miami, oh no, plus money. I mean, I've hit so much plus money on this guy versus Atlanta, versus this. Now they drop him to a 5.5. I get it. I don't think it's a trap. I think he can get 6, but there's also a path out there that he doesn't in the chase contact. So might just be a complete stay off for the prop wise for me, but doesn't mean I still can't bet a team total and attack it a different way. Appreciate you guys all for tuning in. Don't forget who told you about Hunter Brown. You didn't tell me about Hunter Brown. Don't forget who told. You act like we don't watch pitching. I think you might have been the first to bet him, but I know who Hunter Brown was. Hunter Brown came out. I mean, I don't think you told me who Hunter Brown. Now I got to go back and think. That was 2 years ago. I got shows, LJ. I'm going to pull it up. Because I usually talk about those studs the very first day. So maybe you did pull it out. But I know I started the Taj train. But who cares? It's not about what we've done. It's about what we do today. And today we have one bet, two bets, both on the same guy. Hunter Brown 7.5 plus money. Hunter Brown 7 and to win at -110 at a half unit. Appreciate you guys all for tuning in. If you haven't already, smash that fucking like button and hit the subscribe if you're new as well.
I sat down. I've been driving on into the break of day. Time to reassess the process. Lord, give me the strength to face this next test. Well, I know in the face of wickedness I stand righteous. No man can curse who the Lord has blessed. I walk through the valley, the shadow of death is creeping. Well, I never thought I'd see it again. I guess it's all about any until work is never done till your grave digging. We rise like a phoenix, burn like the flame, fall into it all right over again. Call into the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Everything is everything. Wiser now than I was before, though I still have a ways to go. I can see that sunrise and open up a new horizon, yeah. Wiser now than yesterday. Change are gonna blow my way. I can finally see that light of a brand new day. Seasons change and in the change they bring, winter now goes upon the spring. New life has come to light, we sing hey oh. Wave goodbye to the days of old. Warmth of sunlight to chase that cold. Flood like a river to wash my soul. I let it flow. So we rise like a phoenix,